Now the glue layer, the goal is of course to optimize the adhesion, and the variables for the glue layer are the deposition rate and the thickness. And we'd keep fixed the glow parameters and other deposition processes. So we worked that out. This was the glue layer thing, varying the rate. And of course one case was not to have any glue layer at all. Did that work? And all the rest, the difficult thing was at the very low rates, it actually was going to take much more than an hour to put down this layer. But this was the plan. But before the test had started, my young lady called to say, when I do a tape test on one of these parts, I see some of the glue layer still on the substrate and some of it on the tape. So that was indicating the glue layer was coming apart inside. It had a cohesion failure rather than an adhesion failure. And so that would indicate to me, yeah, probably the glue layer is our problem. And so we attacked that first instead of the glow. Now, this big drum coater, the crystal was up and the source was an E-gun in the middle on a stalk. And so what the crystal was saying in terms of thickness was quite different than the real thickness on the coating. There might have been a 10-to-1 ratio or something like that, tooling factor. And if I look at all three of those together, the dark X's are the centers of the three different tests, and the light X is kind of the composite of those. So the sweet spot is that black area in there, indicating that a rate of 4.5 or 5 is good, and the thickness ought to be down in the 1,000, 2,000, maybe 3,000 range. So the glue layer conclusions is at a rate of about 5 angstroms a second and a thickness of 1,400 angstroms, or 140 nanometers, based on the various criterion. So there appears to be a broad tolerance in that, and that's good news. So we're not real fussy, but we need to be in that region. And it seems like there was a 10-to-1 tooling factor between what the crystal saw and what was on the real parts. So the real coating thickness was only 14 nanometers, 140 angstroms. And apparently as it got thicker, it would tear apart within itself. Its cohesion was a problem. So that seemed to solve the problem, but we did go ahead and do the glow also, and we found the sweet spot on that.